Hello again, and welcome back to Let's Play EU4 as Rothenburg. When we left off, we had just taken our first province, the province of Aschaffenburg, which we immediately re-released as a vassal, the vassal being Mainz. The war against Mainz was executed in conjunction with our faithful allies in Trier for their efforts. Oh, I restarted the game at the wrong point anyways. At this doing Man, it's really crazy out there. Hello again, and welcome back to Let's Play EU4 as Rothenburg. So, when we had left off in our little village here, Ab der Taube, we had just finished a war against Mainz. And that war was conducted in conjunction with our allies over in Trier, whom for their efforts received the province of Mainz proper. Well, we settled for merely taking Aschaffenburg, and subsequently released as a vassal immediately. The plan being in that, of course, was that eventually we will be able to feed them back their core in Mainz, and possibly even feed them back the core they for some reason have up in Erfurt, if you've never actually noted that that is there. Historically, I'm not sure where that comes from, but I'm happy to learn should anybody know. So, as for retrieving Mainz, though, I would note that it could take us a bit of time, because I did discover that Trier is allied with Austria, which means that the call to return unlawful territory is less likely, and also means that Trier will be a difficult target to attack. However, we have favors with them now anyhow, so we want to keep them as an ally for at least a bit longer to get those paid back to us. There is no reason to rush with the annexation of Aschaffenburg, because we will shortly have plenty of more vassals who we will also need to annex, and who we will need to manage very carefully. Other things happening in the world in general aren't worth going into too much detail, because I don't want to burn a ton of time. I've noted I've been going a bit long on some of these, but we do still have the 100 Years' War for Maine going on over here, not for Mainz, for Maine. So that is happening, and Castile is attempting to take something down in Granada here. The Ottomans are attempting to take down Byzantium. Good luck with that one. And the Danes are attacking the Livonian Order, who is sweeping through Sweden. Lucky Denmark, so isolated in their vassals, always takes the brunt of all the devastation from the wars. Well, that's the way it is. Getting back to our own little Franconian countryside here. The plan this time is to immediately go to war against Ansbach and Würzburg, who I noted in the previous episode are allied only with one another, which means that we can co-belligerate them and then take the best pickings for ourselves, well, maybe costing something to an ally or two. We'll get to that in just a moment, though. First, a tiny bit of admin. That admin being, we need a new rival. That rival shall be the Palatinate, because all of the others just don't make much sense. Ally, too far away, just fought a war with them, so can't humiliate them or anything. Ally, yes, as noted, ally. Ally, but we don't mind getting rid of them, but there's also really no reason to get rid of them now. We actually kind of really want Palatinate land. I did have half a temptation, though, to make it Rothenburg, in the hopes that when we attack Ansbach, they declare as well, and that we can then get dragged into a defensive war. However, they don't even have a claim on Ansbach yet, so not super likely. Could happen, but not likely. Not worth it. We know that eventually we'll get our claws into the Palatinate and start getting that power projection up. And I don't feel power projection is something worth obsessing about. Nonetheless, we will obsess a little bit about it, because what I'm going to do in this next war is I'm going to attack Ansbach in the principle that it may be necessary to actually just take one province from Würzburg, piece them out, sit on this war until our core is finished over here, and then also humiliate our rival here while we have the chance, because it would be good to get that age bonus as well as the additional benefits that coming from having high power projection. All right, I think that covers the admins. Nope, not quite. One more, a government reform. 3 options here for Republican virtues. It's authoritarianism. Doesn't make much sense, but there it is, which reduces our unrest. Political dynasties, which nobody really understands, but you know, the short of it is that you get another candidate who in principle comes from a political dynasty family. Can be good, can be not. Debatable whether the RNG falls in your favor. Most people seem to think it does pay off in the long term. Nonetheless, because we have Republican tradition in our national ideas, I'm going to take the Republican tradition here to stack some modifiers. That is done. Aside from that, we are going to have to dev up Rothenburg here in a bit to meet our estate commitments as well. All right, let's raise the morale up on our troops, or raise their pay so that the morale grows up. Balance is looking pretty lousy right now, but that's usually something that happens when you start a game of EU4 and it doesn't update till the month tick. At least I hope that's the case here. If not, well, you know, more war reps and looting is coming. And with that, we can start ticking forward. I'm going to take it a bit slow at first. Give myself some time to immerse myself. This is supposed to be my calm game, I say, as I prepare to, you know, attack multiple people. All right, we got our humiliate CB there. Ooh, and that's impressive. So, yeah, apparently this being allies with Austria doesn't always matter. Did they not like you very much? Did you do something to upset them? 85. I mean, maybe the AI doesn't have the same rules because they just returned mines. 2 mines. Not good for us, I guess. Makes the next war a little bit more complicated. Not desperately complicated, just means that I have to immediately get on improving this relationship, because even one more vassal is going to push that over 50. We can let it go over 50 and get it down before our truces expire, but not for too long. Also means we pretty much have to end our free city status. We won't be able to get another vassal without the 2 of them going over. And I would like 3 vassals at least quite early on. Oh, that alters our logic. Doesn't change that things are working in our favor, but alters our logic slightly. All right, while we were up here, I also saw that we now are worthy of having a high income, which qualifies as 342 ducats a month. Quite impressive. I wonder where that's coming from. That will be useful when we decide to build a temple. So total income. Yeah, it's all war reps and taxes, just like in the real world. All right, mostly from Salzburg, who seems to really be raking it in right now for some reason or another. Can't rely on it, but we'll enjoy it while it is here. All right, we do have a force limit of 8, I will note as well. I'm not going to raise it up because I plan on killing off some of my soldiers in the coming war, consolidating the regiments, and then hiring some mercs. And those mercs will stick around with us for the next decades. But we can move the calendar forward because, again, I don't want to drag out time too much. Winter, January, February always drags anyways, and don't need to drag it out here also in our virtual world. We're into February now. Our morale tick next month will be about where we want to be. So I want you back. Actually, you know what? Given the new situation with mines, I also want you back. Because I need to get on improving relations here now. All right, about March 1st. March 1st is here. How is the morale? Is it maxed out? It is maxed out. Got our Morale of Armies advisor. That is good. I do wish we had a better general, or that we were ahead of Miltech, but we are neither. And we're not going to be anytime soon either. We'll be fine, though. Everybody's on Miltech 3 still. So our plan, then, is to proceed. Yeah, I see it already went back down. Salzburg. Must have, like, I don't know, got a windfall or something. Never can rely on it. But hey, we got our bonus there, so for the mission at least. We'll correct this. It's okay to run a little deficit during times of war. All right. Let's declare our war. I do want to actually take this a little bit slow too once we get it moving. As you can see, we could call in first before I forget, because I do tend to do this sometimes. Let's take Würzburg as a co-belligerent. Let's then just call in, for now, Nuremberg. Here we should be able to maybe call in later through a call to arms if for some reason it becomes necessary. I don't think it's going to be. We have the superior numbers here already. We move quickly. We're going to take some stack wipes and such on their little tiny groups. And then we will spread out and carpet siege everything. Try to get the Nurembergians to stack on us to take out these capital forts, which will take a while. It's going to be a long siege. Could be a boring episode simply because we spend most of it sieging down level 3 forts in 1450. Right. So Nuremberg is coming. I am not calling Rothenburg. They would want land. I don't want to backstab them either. Again, I'm such an honest player. But also, if it was an important war, sure, I would backstab them. It's not. It's just acquiring a couple more provinces. Not life or death. Our goal here is the conquest of Ansbach. Confirm. Let's slow our speed here a bit. Let's say we're going to try to move in here. Up in here. Back in here. And of course we can change that plan later. But for now that will do. Yeah, I guess I can let you attach. I'm kind of actually hoping maybe they'll go off and do some old stack wiping on their own, but yeah, it'll be fine. All right. Troops number 1 down. They are not let me go quite yet. There we go. A couple events popping up and interfering with my happiness. I don't know what exactly is happening there. So unhappiness amongst the clergy, reducing their loyalty and buying us prestige. Sure. Yeah, they're up high enough. All right, another hit there for stack wipe. Really dislike how it sometimes makes us wait here a second before you can move after a battle. Our morale is a tiny bit low, but so is theirs. We'll be fine. Oh, man, they, oh no. Yeah, okay, we did catch them. That was a bit unusual. Got that there. And now move up here, guys. Thought there was a troop up here. Ah, yep, sure enough. What I'm going to do is start dropping some people to begin the carpet sieging. Do not attach to him. Do not attach to him. You're not going to be up yet, are you? You're going to arrive on the 23rd. You're going to be done on the 16th, but you'll be fine. You can sit then here. No. Ah. Are you actually... You are quick enough that you're... Ah, we are going to make that. Sometimes I miss these little X's. They're off like just by like that much. So let's move you then back in here. No, actually. Let's reconsolidate you. Which one is the one that's not moving? I get to be all confused. Army of Nuremberg is not moving. Alright. Now we can proceed. We are only improving with one person right now. We'll, I guess, get spy network back up here, but he's gonna have to come out really, really soon anyhow. There we go. Alright, now we want the rest of the carpeting down. You and you. Ooh, that's a long route. Tell you what, a little bit risky to send just single stacks over there then, because they might have a troop up by then. I can't see what's happening. I'm gonna have my buddies here in from Nuremberg sit on this fort. Hopefully they do not follow me, and I will just go there myself. Okay, let the month tick so they maybe just detach. No. Oh gosh, guys. Well, I guess they are gonna sit there then, because we're gonna have to go over ourselves. Not sure what they're doing, but oh, I still managed to get him over there all on his own, all on his lonesome. Hopefully they have not. Oh, they have built somebody. In which case, we are gonna have to get you guys out in here. All right. Nope. Oh. Holiday. We still have quite low morale there, but you know, it's only one troop. Ah, and we've got to take another one there. We are really just going from place to place. Warriors do not read books. Oh, what a terrible event. How long do we need that tech too? Like now? Ooh, 5 years. We'd have to be like 5 years late on tech. And there we go. Finally. Finally. I can... Ah, you know what I'm supposed to be doing is consolidating my troops. Too late though, it looks like. I still have all of them maxed out. Oh well. We'll just have to disband somebody eventually then, because we do need these mercs. We will be taking the Free City Company, I guess. No difference from the Free Company, probably just means it's reserved so that if somebody else steals it, can't be hired out by some other people in the area. I do need to get one more guy over to here, and that will cover everything. Okay, better make, I was gonna make sure, you know, mind you had better not give that siege up. Hold the line. Alright, it wasn't quite as pretty as I could have done, you know, but that just depends on where they move and when they move. But we still cleaned them up relatively easily. How many men did we lose compared to them? We lost 1,600. They lost 9,000. That could be worse. Could be worse. Ah, we've got our fella here, which I would say we're not going to actually have enough there quite yet anyways. He will be taking care of that. So yeah, I guess we have to start working. We can't really work on much at all, to be honest. We will not have enough troops for... Oh, we will, I think. We won't have much flexibility in that at all. We might be able to pull that guy out of there. Alright, come down. We won't have much flexibility for, like, if something happens with the siege, like we get disease and we lose some men. Yeah, we are maxed out. I'm gonna hope that my friends here from Nuremberg do stay here, because I need my knight over here. There we go. Consolidate those guys up. Our non-siege king, not doing much good for us. I could try to roll one, but it's not important enough. We're not in a hurry for this war. I did want to, however, got here for a reason. I assume, yes, that reason being, we're going to lower our army maintenance. There's not much risk of anybody coming and attacking us since we are a free city. Will mean we're reinforcing a little bit slower, but doesn't matter anyways. We can't take any of these. All 4 of these are capital provinces, 2 of them being with level 3 forts. Whew. Of course, we could do it quicker if we called in Trier, but I don't want to do that. Those favors, must treasure them. Oh, I can turn us up to speed 4 here, though. Make you sit through 3 speed of sieges would not be particularly nice of me. Could even go to 5, but I honestly kind of think that 5 can mess with the AI sometimes, or with the events. It's probably just perception because things happen very quickly then, but let's not risk it. Hey, the Renaissance. Excellent. So what we will do then is we'll just dev this up a little bit then. Encourage development is all we can do. Our burghers are not loyal enough, which is a shame because their equilibrium is probably quite high, but we just had so many events that knocked it down. We probably definitely could have had another little bit of a discount here. Hurry up and finish your siege so I can get 1 more man over here. I'm not willing to go even more up on the force limit. But maybe that will reinforce them quicker. Alright, let's dev up here. And that dev was supposed to be, I believe, in the area of production. 1, 2. Oh, I can only do 1. Well, mill power is too important, so we're doing admin then. There we go. That's fine. Hey, extra ducats. That will help reinforce our troops, I hope. Hurry up, finish your siege, my friends, finish your siege. Yeah, we are back up at least, so we should, I thought, wow, we lost 500, yeah. Do attach to me, guys. Yes, please do. Help me out. And collect also 1 regiment of infantry to go over here just in case our Ansbach siege. Oh, that was useful. We are not going to have enough to get that down anyhow. I do not believe. Let's take a close look at the numbers then. We got 5,000 from Nuremberg. With our 4,000, should be enough. You're not attached to anybody, so you go over here. You come back here to account for any things. You go here. I just was thinking about moving him into position because that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's still a little bit shy. We'll give it a shot, but we might end up just taking so many those little casualty counts that we can't quite get up enough troops. We've only got 2 here then, plus the 4 is 6, and mine says another 3. They need to reinforce, but they reinforce relatively slow. It reinforces with 16 fresh troops this month. It is enough to get the tick. I mean, Khanate, better off without the Ottomans. Definitely are. Everybody's better off without the Ottomans. End of the War of the Roses. Alright, sieges are progressing. This is going to be a very, very difficult piece, honestly. And could be that the episode ends before I actually sign the piece, because I might need to think over it. With apologies that it isn't the most thrilling when you only have 1 war then. Casualties. I'm going to be taking a lot more than I would expect, to be honest. Casualties. Yeah. Sometimes you seem to go through a siege with no casualties, sometimes you go through with a ton. Let's see here. 18 troops, alright. 21, making progress. As soon as this siege is done, I'm actually not going to start spying on Asbach, because I'm going to have to do a quick little survey of the peace options, at least. They took Bamberg. That is a bit of a shame, I must admit. Papal State is the controller. Unhappiness amongst clergy. Did we just have this? We did. Oh well. We're gonna stick to the same thing. I think our siege progress actually went down there. Institution spread and embracement cost. Useful. There we go. Siege of Würzburg is done. We get 1 reinforcement. You get sent over to Fulda. Over there is probably a little bit of loot left. But you don't need to attach to me anymore, guys. Thanks for offering though. Oh, yep, and I was gonna pull out my spy. It could be useful to keep him there to keep our spy network a little bit bigger. That way, if we do leave them alive, we've got their support. But yeah, we'll see. Depends on what this says. Now, this is going to be challenging. Nuremberg does not want it. I'm just going to check here. Yep, Nuremberg is not going to take land. There you go, everybody. You're a free city exploit. I have had them take land. Actually, Rothenburg took some land once in a war when I was playing Hesse, I believe. I was like, oh, okay, Rothenburg. They didn't last long in that. All right, we'll last longer. We'll last longer. So, if we take everything, how much? We still don't have a coalition. Wow. I mean, we'd have to give it all back, though. Usually, they only ask for 1 province back, though. And then you can release it as a vassal. However, in the interest of keeping our AE down, do we really want all of this? Is the question. I can't request either that Bamberg be made a vassal now, because we don't control the capital, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked Bamberg as a vassal. If you don't want it, you should transfer it over to me. Let me see. Nope, it's a vital interest. Vital interest, we don't want it. They probably got to fix that little error. What does the team think? Any claim up on Ansbach by our friends over in Rothenburg yet? Nope. No claims by anybody anywhere. Nobody's interested in the Franconian countryside. What a shame. Würzburg is on its own probably too big. Probably. They will still have Bamberg as a vassal. I can't request that they make it a vassal. I kind of just like continuity, so I don't really want Beirut. But, you know, it's got a fort, they'll keep a look after. So we could go for them and them as vassals, and take that, leave them for the future. Or we could just take everything. It really just depends on what Austria makes us return, and I'm not willing to risk that. You know, that malice is just pretty big. All right, so we've got to make a decision, mainly because, you know, you're viewing this and you don't want to watch me overthink everything. We are just going to be looking to make peace then with Würzburg. We want to humiliate them, and we want the province of Würzburg. And we cannot combine, and that takes up enough war score that we can't actually take even more land. No. And we're going to then drag this war out, so pour this up, and then vassalize, hopefully, both of them if it is possible. Then we'll have 2 vassals. We can come back for Würzburg later. It's a shame nobody else is attacking them, and then we can take them later. I don't really want to give up my free state city status. Let me clear this out again. Clearing. Yeah. Clear offer for you to be a vassal. Only 19 aggressive expansion. Oh, that's so little. That's so little. I'm tempted just to pass up on the humiliate. You know, when you make your enemies, your rivals vassals too, you don't get a lot of power projection. As you can see, you get 8. I think we're gonna have to maybe go for it. I may end up having to, like, you know, cut this out. I'm gonna try not to, because I know people then wonder what happened, what did I miss. But I don't also want you to have to endure my agonizing decision of trying to vassalize Würzburg. But it's just so much to have them, better to have them as a vassal now. No. Well, like I said, there's no reason. Our province would never be able, unless we devved it up through the roof right now with every point that we have. Which certainly we could do, and then we'd be behind on tech, but you know, we'd be ahead on everything else. I'm not quite sure I want to do that. So yeah, we should probably stick with the original plan. Just take Würzburg, lose our free city status, which is a shame, but starts our expansion then. So much for the free city, which was on the title headliner here. Clear you off then. Nope. We'll take that. We'll humiliate you. Take war reps. Don't want to break your alliance with anybody. Well, I'm sure they'll get another nice alliance eventually. I want to be able to take more money from you. That same old bug. Humiliate, and that's about all we can do then. Decision. That's a same amount of aggressive expansion to take that one province as to vassalize all of them. The reason having 2 vassals, which is what I would do otherwise, you know, this Ansbach and Bayreuth, would actually be more, they would want their independence more than if I just did one. I've got no other war I can chain. Otherwise, I could try to just vassalize Würzburg, take Ansbach for myself. That way I don't have to maintain the fort as well. We've got a nice capital fort there to keep any enemies distracted. It does mean that, yeah, we should maybe actually then not make these. All right, yeah. We're going to select it at the end based on how the next thing goes, and then we're just going to have to sit on war exhaustion until we get the course done. My apologies for that incredibly long side discussion. There we go. That is done then. Every troop home. It wouldn't have made a difference anyways then, as you can see. I cannot make it a core. Yep, but can I make them a vassal? Rothenburg. I guess maybe you can't. Nuremberg does not want it. So clear offer. I will take Ansbach. And Bayreuth will become a vassal. Wait, they're the main peace target though. Won't that would end the war, wouldn't it? Oh, that's why you have to do it that way. All right. Even if you co-belligerent, I honestly can't remember now. I would not want to find out though. I believe that I have to do it with the co-belligerents first, not with the main target. That is something I should have Googled. I don't know why I do not recall right now. Just getting a bit too late. We cannot really do that then. We're going to have to sit on them. They're going to have to be our vassals, and we will have to take Würzburg. Because obviously we cannot take them all as vassals. That would be interesting to see and try. And then just dev up everything, and... You know what? Why not just give it a shot here? Yeah, I think we could do that. Vassalize everybody. That's 22 aggressive expansion with Ansbach. No, not if I do that. If I do that and vassalize Ansbach, that's 17. And if I vassalize Würzburg, that is 19, which is nothing. a lot of people to annex. Everybody's going to be quite pissy at us. But you know what? I want to see what happens. Let's start with Würzburg. Würzburg will, let's see. So Würzburg, we also then... gotta clear it. So Würzburg becomes a subject. We won't get our little age bonus here then, but that's fine. I kind of want to see how this goes. All we can get from them then is a lot of money, although you can actually have them cancel a rival. Might will be us. No claims for them to cancel on us. All right, that's good. So Würzburg is now our vassal. An unhappy one on that. And next we can make everybody else our vassals. Ansbach, you will become our vassal. Clear this offer. Ansbach becomes a vassal. Rothenburg. Rothenburger vassal. I was like, that's confusing. Bayreuth becomes a vassal. Alright. Also get a bunch of money from you. Have you maybe give up your claims in Nuremberg, make him happy? Or give up claims in Rothenburg. Oh, they do have a claim. That would make them unhappy, so we do have to have them do that. Yeah, and then we'll just do that, since otherwise it's not enough to actually have them cancel anything special. Let's see how this goes. There we go. We are now massively over our relationship limit. Means the first thing we have to do, get strong duchies, assuming that it's here. I assumed it was. Still puts us 1 over, but that's no problem to get rid of that. How much do our neighbors dislike us now? I'm curious. We did not even manage to peak 50 power projection despite taking over all our rivals. Oh, that's sad. 34 aggressive expansion with one of the neighbors. Ugh, that's nothing. And our force limit is going to be probably massive here once it updates. And all of our vassals will have 100% liberty desire. Now, we are going to try to get rid of that primarily by debbing up Rothenburg through the moon. Alright, we can't quite get our 10% there. That is a shame. I'm going to try to get him up above 60 before I do this. So, call an estate. Papal State's opinion, Austria's opinion, and Rothenburg base production at least 9, which we are also definitely doing, so we're going to keep up with that. Bamberg, I guess, is free now. Hey, congratulations, Bamberg. We're going to desperately also need this dip rep here. I had totally forgot about to have 150 opinion of Rothenburg, because that will actually give us more dip rep. It's going to be hard to get our vassals up there now then. Nuremberg and Trier are close, but we have to focus, I believe, on our own vassals. Well, we do, yes. What is everybody? Würzburg is a... Bishopric still. Ansbach is county with a count, and Bayreuth is a county also with a count. Is it the same one? Albert the first, Albert the second. Is that his son? They all dislike me because of the forced vassalization, but I think they will recover once we get everything in order. We do have enough prestige to start knocking them down, but I'm not going to burn that quite yet. There might be other ways. We are going to be behind on Miltech as well. That's just the way it's going to be. It won't matter though, because we have all of this. Once all of these vassals are loyal, we can keep them that way. We're going to be unstoppable. Whether I can get them loyal, I've never expanded quite that quick. I maybe should have left Bayreuth off the off our menu here. If they were all OPMs, fine, but we've got a couple with some good dev there. So we shall see. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, though, because we are going way over time here. because I spent so long debating that peace deal. But we ended up doing something, certainly radical, and we'll see if it works out. I've never bitten off that much in the way of vassalization quite so quickly before I at least have some extra bonuses for liberty desire reduction or something. But could be a good approach. Could be a good approach. Limits our expansion routes, of course. Pretty much have to go south now once we finally decide that we are no longer a free city. We'll tackle that another time, though. So, thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you found sitting through multiple level 3 sieges in the 1450s to be entertaining. But some episodes are like that when you're only trying to keep it to 30 minutes or less, and hopefully you at least learn something about abusing free states. There we go, and you can see in the world, other things have happened as well. France did well, Ottomans did well, but then it was still there. Castile didn't do so well. So yeah, that's how it is. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you again next time. Ciao.